Well, this is a little embarrassing, let me tell you that. I thought we were on the starting soon screen this whole time, but it turns out we weren't. All right, so for those of you already in the chat, I apologize. We're going to run a 3-minute ad break and I will be back. Otherwise, then we're going to be here. So let's get this ad break going and then we're going to come back and we're going to chat this up. All right, but we are still just going. All right, but we are waiting on a. So we had a bit of a no-show today, but we have a sub coming in. They're in a game, so hurry, 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 sub. Get out of your game because your team is waiting for you. So come on in and we get ready to go. But tonight, welcome all. You might notice that the title is a little bit different than what we've been posting. That's right, we are back with the Zygarde League. The teams finally decided to give us a little bit more notice than the day of, and it didn't actually conflict with anything that I was doing for school, finally. But we're all so happy to be back with Zygarde League. We are in week 8 of Zygarde League already, and tonight's teams are going to give you one heck of a match tonight. We have Thanks Gaming, who has been topping the leaderboards all league long, as well as going against the third place team, Keedic. So we have a strong contenders tonight. This is going to be a great set. Hopefully, we get to see a best of 5 go straight to game number 5 finally. But we do have a little bit of an announcement to make. Unfortunately, TG did drop a set to Shaggy Wiggy last week. That's right. TG was undefeated and they did finally drop a game. Someone was finally able to take them down, but they are back. They are stronger than ever. They're ready to show us why they're still in that top slot there with Secret Tech. And we're going to see who is really in the dominant slot as we come through with Secret Tech and Thanks Gaming next week in week 9. This is the match everybody's been waiting for. This is the match that everybody's been wanting. But tonight, it's Keedic's turn to take a shot at Thanks Gaming, who went from number 1 down to number 2. So there's only one spot separating Keedic and Thanks Gaming now. It's still a huge milestone to try to overtake them because of how dominant they have been in weeks 1 through 6. But it absolutely is going to be a fire of a show. So it's going to be great. But what are you talking about, low buffering Twitch? Don't you do this to me, Twitch. Don't you do this to me. But the ad break is still ongoing, so if you have ads there, I do apologize, but we had to get those nasty pre-rolls turned off there, and our teams are currently waiting right now. Now, normally when you're late and stuff like this, by about 10 minutes or so, it is going to be a game loss, but look, we have our feller in today. So, we finally have our match set up. So we're ready to go. Now we're ready for teams to come. All right, sorry, I went mid-game. I stopped mid-sentence there, but all right, we have a ready from Monk. Now we're going to be waiting for a ready from there. Who was that? Who was that? Expugnier, welcome into the Bale. I'm so happy that you could be here with us. We have finally attained our goal of 180 followers, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, without further ado, our teams are ready to go, so let's get to the meat of the project of what you guys are all here waiting for, which is Keedic versus Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's going to be on your purple side, and they have opted to take that first pick. Meanwhile, Keedic is now on the left side, or on the right side here, going to be your orange team. We're going to adjust their names so they're not so disproportionate, because we like symmetry as much as the eye can please it. Because I'll tell you right now, I don't have great symmetry, as some people in the chat might be able to tell you, but I do like it there. But, well, as we come in, this is the Groudon map. This is custom mode. So that means not all licenses are going to be available. This also means not all items are going to be at level 30, so teams have to be especially careful coming into how not only the roster they grab, but how they order their roster as well. Because again, not everybody is going to have every Pokemon, unlike in tournament mode. So, but we're going to see Leafeon, Lucario, and Latios banned against Keedic. These are not typical meta staples. These are target bans. Meanwhile, on Keedic, we're going to get rid of Suicune Ho-Oh, typical meta bans, with a target ban on Decidueye. That's right. Decidueye finally banned out against Thanksgiving. Nobody had the courage to say it was a problem. They all were in the back room saying, like, listen, guys, this is a bit of a problem. But Keedic, one of the first teams that we have seen on our stream that has banned out Decidueye against them to just say, you know what? This is a problem. Get rid of it. It's gone. We're not even going to consider dealing with it. They have to come in and got to do something else. So, Ave Amazing is going to be locking in that Clefable. TTV Plunger here going to be locking in that Mamoswine. Now, Keedic has to find out what their next two picks are. We have a strong, solid frontline core that we're able to play around. Buzzwole going to come in and make up round out that core. Well, Glaceon is going to be raining ice from the back lines. TG now gets to finalize its roster. Let's take a look at what they got. They have Gasper on that Blissey, Fairy on that Eldegoss, Seal on the Venusaur, and they're going to lock in Kudon onto that Trevenant and JK on Greninja. This is going to be a very brawly, up-in-your-face combo with Greninja sitting in the back lines, ready to dive in at any moment and surf you down into oblivion. But Monk sees this. They're like, listen, we know what they want to do. We know what they're going to try to do. They got a bunch of AoE. Let's go with AoE of our own. We're going to lock in Zeraora. Zeraora is a very powerful speedster still. A lot of people just do not want to deal with this Pokemon. Between the discharge, between the invincibility frames on, what do you call it, their wild charge. That is so nasty. And being able to just volt switch in and out and just be able to pivot very quickly, or to just hunt down your targets expertly by utilizing Spark. Now, a lot of people are just like, Spark, 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 but if you play it carefully, it is Spark and then a little bit, and then Spark and a little bit. I don't know the full combo. I don't play Zeraora, but, well, I mean, if you did see me play Zeraora, you would laugh, let me tell you that. Already the teams are being rowdy in the chat there. So, but apparently my audio is low. Uh-oh. So let's make sure we are going to get that taken care of. All right. So let's see if our audio is still low there, guys. Is it still low? I'm not sure. We're relying on you to let us know. We're 2 minutes ahead of y'all. So this is going to be weird. But yeah, no, here we come in. Game number 1. Oh my gosh, we've got to change our camera settings. I promise we are professional streamers. Game number 1 of Week 8 Zygarde League. Thanks, Gaming, your purple team. And we have Keedic, your orange team. Immediately, we have Kudon going into the top lane with no XP share on Trevenant. This is something to be, feared for sure. Trevenant into a nice, powerful carry position is going to be strong indeed. But we have JK in the bottom lane giving up that jungle to Seal, who that Venusaur is going to come on really, really quickly. We're going to get that Ivysaur first to level 5. Lord Greedy coming in here on that Buzzwole, going to pound town on Kuden, but not going to be enough. They're getting banged out and forced out by Fairy on that Gossifleur. That is Eldegoss. You cannot, under any circumstances, underestimate the power of those basics. Because look at that. It takes down the Clefairy with the Phantom. Monk may be here, but so is Seal. They're coming in. They take down Greedy in a very greedy play. Kudon's going in, but Monk is trying their dangest to get in there, but it's not going to be enough. The Spark has to be used to get away. But now you think they're overextended. Now they're coming in. Here we go. 5-man push into this top lane. They're crashing it up. They're throwing it down, and they're getting rid of all of this experience. All of a sudden, within the first 90 seconds of this game, we have 3 Indeedis now to the side of Keedic. But the onslaught continues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're pushing this tier 2 pad. They're saying, hey, you can't get all of this. You can't get all of this farm. You can't catch all these Pokemon. They are ours to go. But in doing so, this does leave Mon Keedic in the bot lane to do as they please. Level 6 Glaceon here. Massive. Just having the time of their lives playing with all of these Indeedis, getting massive 25 score here. That's going to be huge experience for them. They could be one of the first Pokemon on this map with their Unite moves. But Regidrago has appeared, and it's gone. Look at that. We missed it. It was here. It was gone. 10 seconds. Boom. Gone. That's all it needs. But Revenant goes down on Kuden. Monk goes down on the Zeraora here as the fight continues. Plunger has to get away. Knight's going in, but comes and tries to grab the JK, but JK comes back. Grabs it. Seal is hunting down Mon Keedic. Might be level 8. Might have its Unite move. Seal does not care. I am Pedal Dance Giga Dre. Hear me roar. But Monk comes in. Takes down the beast with expert spark and basics autos coming in. Oh, wait, never mind. The Greninja finally took down the Regidrago. Oh, we just didn't see it. Probably roamed up top first. But we're now 7 seconds away from the first 7-minute objectives here. We don't know which side they'll spawn in, but Registeel going to come into the bottom lane, which means Lecky is in the top. Already massive pressure coming in from the side of TG as they put another 30 cap into the top here. But the fight down in the bottom here goes to the Glaceon. Kudon falls. Fairy falls. Gasper falls to the onslaught that is Keedic. It's 105 to 85, and they're looking to even the score up and take the lead with a huge 34 Donkaroni. Greedy is being nice and greedful, getting that level 9 for Keedic. That is a nice Unite move to have, but JK already level 9. Seal also level 9. As Thanks Gaming now collapses on Regieleki. They're going to take it. They're going to grab it. Clefable with a nice gravity to come down. Try to slow. The Glacial Stage going to come out from Mon Keedic here as we come down with a huge Greninja Unite. Also with the Plasma Storm coming out from that Monk there. But as it comes down, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the side of Keedic is going to go down. TG wants this. Thanks Gaming wants this going in, and they get it. Boom! Huge cap into it. They did not care for the math. They took it down and eliminated these 2 pads as soon as they could. We don't even have jump pads, and already tier 1 is open to Keedic's home pad. Nice Ultra Swole Slam takes down the Eldegoss here as we go through, but TG says, you know what, you take one down. Now we have to avenge them. Avenge they did. They take down Lord Greedy here as they now move into the central path here to grab all of the wild Pokemon that are up. Already, this has been high octane action coming in here from both teams here. Plunger needs to get their levels. I'm not quite sure why they roamed away and left that, but they almost got a huge KO on JK. They're like, listen, I'm a Mamoswine. I'm going to Ice Fang you, but we need follow up on that. We didn't quite have the follow-up there, but the Mamoswine is going to come through, going to jump in with the EQ, but Seal does not care as they jump in with the full force of Thanks Gaming behind them. They come through, they're raining down destruction and KOs as they now pivot to scoring into this T1 pad. Nice 30 cap over to take the lead, commandingly so, with 275 to 119. Keedic now behind on the levels there. We still have a Piloswine. We gotta get that to be a Mamoswine here very soon. Already we have Lord Greedy and Monk pulling away so Plunger can evolve. And evolve they did. Look at how much experience that Altaria gave him. That is beautiful. Monk already trying to go for a cheeky 25, not going to be able to do it. That Venusaur pedal dance is so mean. We are so close to 13, which means increased radius on that pedal dance. Seal already moving in, sees the Mamoswine, does not care, moves into the Lord Greedy there because he knows where that is. Huge Unite move, Verdant Anger coming out there. Gasper's going to go down to the Ultra Swole Slam as Monk and Plunger fall. Greedy now on the back foot, going 2v1 against the Greninja, trying to escape. Does get a little bit, but not going to be enough as they finally get taken down. It's just Ava Amazing and Mon Keedic into the top side here. JK going deep, grabbing that Greninja. Huge Unite move coming out there. Zeraora doing everything it can to stay alive. Does not want to go down yet. That's still huge experience being one of the higher levels on the side of Keedic. But they have been zoned out. Keedic has to give this up. Regieleki will move towards their home pad. But the beautiful thing about that push is it's the only Regieleki that will go towards their home pad. This does mean they give up more map control. It does mean that they're going to be behind on more of this, on these wild Pokemon. But they have to make sure that it doesn't go in, to make sure that it stays back. They have to be very careful. JK already on the road to level 15. Spraggles does his road to Masters, but JK does the road to level 15. As they come through here. Now, level 14 on Seal. Massive stat boost coming in there. We already have both our upgrades, and now we're just making sure that we are stronger. 15 seconds until our bottom Reggie comes in. We don't know which it could be. Could it be another Steel? Could it be a Rock? Could it be an Ice? We don't know, but we'll find out here in 5 seconds as Keedic pushes the top lane, not even interested into this objective. Reg Ice as well, so arguably not worth it. Keedic is already moving down. We have Mon Keedic coming down to the bot lane, being able to be like, okay, when we're going to look, we're going to see if they're going to come for a cheeky score. We're 12 seconds away from Groudon. Do not need, Groudon does not translate into an instant win, but if you get a team wipe and then go for the pads, and you're able to get 1 or 2 scores in, that could be the game. That could be the deciding point. That could be the deciding factor. And if 1 score is all the side of Keedic needs to get ahead on against Thanks Gaming. But we're going here, nice engage from Kudon, going straight into the gravity, does not care. The Plasma Storm comes out, the Mammoth Mash comes out, everything's coming out. 1, 2, 3, 2 down for the side of Thanks Gaming, but they take the Lord Greedy down. They take down Plunger. They're living on 1 HP in a dream. Seal and Kudon being like, listen, we got the sustain, we got the damage, we're ready to go through this, as they now turn their attention after a full team wipe straight to Groudon. It's a valiant effort, Groudon, my man, but it's not going to be enough as JK and Kudon, along with Gasper, secure Groudon for their team. 1, 2, 3, 4 Pokemon with the Groudon buffs. 1 minute to go. They may have these buffs, but again, they don't need to crash the pads instantaneously. All they need to do is shore up their defenses because it's Keedic who has to make the play. But as I said, they are needing to make. They're going straight for the Trevenant. Kudon is coming down. Gravity to trap it in. Mamoswine trying to go in, but the stun, they take it. Greedy has the buff. They could go for this. They are now in a position to do this. Kudon was out way too far. TG needs to play more defensively. Play to your pads. Play to your strengths. But we're going to take down Plunger as we come down. Glaceon, he raining down huge Icicle Spear damage. Not going to be enough. JK going to be securing that. Oh, no, it was Seal securing that. Monk realizes the situation that they're in, has to play defensively. Keedic takes the lead, 287 to 275. They just got to hold on for 10 seconds. Huge burst damage coming through. It's not going to be enough as TG reigns in 96 more points, 100 coming in. Oh my gosh, what a play. They almost had it. The sneakiness, you gotta love it and respect it. Thanks Gaming gonna take game number 1, but Keedic, so close. They got exactly what they needed, and they almost had it. Whew, look at these monsters. Monk with 75, Mon Keedic at 97, Seal with 117, JK with 119. Not much tanking done on the side of TG outside of Kudon. Excellent job. Nice engages as well. Good healing numbers, 56. That's that Horn Leech buff coming in clutch there. We do have Ava Amazing coming in, 62 heals on the Clefable, 89k tanked, almost 20k more. Oh, just over 20k more than Plunger does on Mamoswine. That's actually not unreasonable, truthfully. Because, I mean, when you think about the Clefable, it's always in the front lines. It's playing around Greedy. It's playing around Monk, playing around Plunger. So whatever damage they're going to take in, that's exactly what's going to happen there. And we got Greedy at 59k, a respectable 59k. Oh, my goodness. All these teams played so expertly, and they played very, very well. Fairy coming in, not much healing from Fairy, but that's the thing with Eldegoss is it doesn't output a whole lot of heals. It outputs just enough to keep your team going. The main heals being the Cotton Cloud Crash, but Pollen Puff does do its work, but coming in at 46k. But Gasper on Blissey, 10k damage dealt, 10k healed. What were they doing? They were Safeguard Helping Hand. That's what they were doing. We got no stats to showcase just how many shields you provide to a Pokemon, but Gasper was right in there, always providing that help, always providing a helping hand, always providing that safeguard onto either JK or Seal to make sure that they had the tools they needed to prepare to go into these engages relatively risk-free. Fantastic, fantastic set from both teams. But let's go in and let's take a look at what we can see now from our teams, see if they're ready. So we're going to head back into the lobby here, and we're going to make sure that we have our ready checks ready to go. It's going to be fun. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be something else entirely, and let me tell you, I am here for it. Oh my gosh, that was an exciting endgame. Yes, it was. Oh my god. Buzzwole trolled, superpowers, Altaria, Dank. Yeah, you do see some of that stuff sometimes. Whoa, Annie and Cataclysm, congrats on the faith that you showed. Thanks, gaming there. Keedic, you know what? Like, listen, we could still see that coming through here. But yeah, 3.5k points going there. Oh my gosh. Yo, Raven, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Glad you can come in there. Glad you can be here. We love having you there. But our teams are ready to go. They're going to keep first, second pick here. All right, they're ready to go. 3, 2, 1, let's get in there. As we go into game number 2. And our teams did swap. So let's make sure that we correct that. It's not going to be Thanks Gaming. That's your purple team. It's going to be Keedic, your purple team. Going to be Thanks Gaming, your orange team. And they have 1 point in the pocket. There you go. Boom. Oh my gosh, this is an amazing set. So we're going to see Clefable Suicune Ho-Oh banned out for the side of Keedic. No Decidueye this time. We're banning out Leafeon, Suicune, Latios. That is an unfortunate side effect of the blind ban. Sometimes you see overlaps, but this does tell us both teams do not want to see that Suicune. Now, what else can we see here? We have Kudon locking in that Snorlax. Oh, that's going to be brilliant. Kudon coming in here. Going to be able to lock that in. That is a very powerful peeler, engager all around. But Trevenant coming back in on the side of Plunger here for Keedic. That is also going to be a powerful pick. Ava Amazing going back on Blissey. They realized just how effective it was in the hands of Thanks Gaming. They're like, listen, we need to make sure they don't get that again. And so they take it. Garchomp coming in, though. That's going to be an amazing Pokemon to pair with Ava there, because that Blissey's helping hand is going to help those boosted, help those basic attacks from Garchomp just become even deadlier. We're going to pick away the Venusaur from Seal. Seal was demonic on it. Absolutely. We saw 117k in their hands. Oh my gosh. No, that is... They're not going to let that happen again. But Gasper going to be locking in that Comfey JK on Greninja once more. Fairy showing us a Raichu. And Seal going to be locking in that Slowbro Oh my, but we have 3 experience shares so far on the side of, oh, there it is. There it is. We swapped the Slowbro up and got that Flaillax Gaming coming in here. That's going to be a monster. We've seen Seal do amazing things with that Snorlax. So we have to hope that that Venusaur is going to be able to go toe to toe. If this is being set up as Petal Dance instead of just Solar Beam, we could see a shot against the Snorlax, but Solar Beam might be the way to go to try to outrange the Raichu for nice poke damage. Not a whole lot of stuns and CC coming out from the side of Thanks Gaming, but this is also assuming Comfey is going to be Floral Healing and not Sweet Kiss. If it's Sweet Kiss, that's gonna be a nasty kiss coming in there from Gasper, because that's an AoE stun that not just stops a Pokemon from acting, but also draws them in. We're probably gonna see Gasper hanging out with Seal most of this match, drawing them in for those flail punches to do the maximum amount of damage. But we're now going to be getting into our next game. Guys, I hope you are as excited for this as I am. Both these teams doing really well. But game number 2 coming in here of week 8 of Thanks Gaming, your orange team, Keedic, your purple team. As we come in for some amazing action, we have Greedy and Ava coming into the top lane here, going against Seal and Gasper. We do have our Greninja going into the jungle this time, and we have Zeraora going in. This does mean that Thanks Gaming has an opportunity to keep that nasty little Venusaur behind, because let me tell you, after those buffs, it is a nasty, nasty Pokemon. Huge secure from Gasper, though, locking that out from Greedy. That's huge to be able to set that behind. Seal already getting its first stack there, getting some more experience. Gonna have to give up the Natus, though. Not gonna be able to do a whole lot. Trying to get them low enough and grouped enough so that way there we can take it. But already we're going for this here. Nice steal from Gasper, being able to lock that bunny in. Already we have Thanks Gaming putting behind double KO. Monk was thinking about coming down, but you got to think, can you 3v1 with Zeraora at level 5? You can't, so go to the lane where you have strength still, which is into this top lane. Already we are seeing Sweet Kiss Comfey. What a nasty, nasty combo. But Seal is going to go down. They don't have enough behind them, but we take one down on Ava. Monk, living on 1 HP in a dream, almost gets KO'd to the Comfey there. That would have been unfortunate. We do have to come back there because we are still in KO range of any of these wild Pokemon. Hop to it, take a couple berries, back into the jungle we go. Back into the central path here. Gotta capture all of these Pokemon because Regidrago is going to be spawning here in 12 seconds. JK and Fairy already here. Gonna grab these Natus before they disappear. Drago's gonna come in and make them gone. But we're not gonna just do that. Plunger is now level 5, evolved into it. Already Engage is going strong showing, taking down Greedy on that Garchomp there. Said, hey ho, let's go get him out of here. Taking down that Venusaur as well, who's still only an Ivysaur. Collapsing on Ava, being like, listen, we're gonna give you some love taps and show you why you needed to play ban out that Blissey instead of taking it. Like, why would you take that from us? But is Ava helping hand? Is Ava Safeguard? Are we Safeguard on Ava? Oh, we are not. Oh no, we are heals. I think we might have forgotten about Sweet Kiss Comfey. This is a tech from Thanks Gaming that they have, but they haven't brought it out lately. Oh my goodness. So when you don't play something a whole lot and teams forget about it, and then you get to punish them for it. Right? You're doing an excellent job of making sure that everybody gets to see huge damage coming in on Monk from that Electro Ball, but Ava going in for a nice heal with the eggs. Oh, we have Monk diving in, but Raichu, the kites are just too strong. Going to be able to stop that score? No! Garchomp gets that 31 in, going to round that out. Regirock Meg also going to the side of Keedic, but Regieleki deep into the bottom side here, playing for Thanks Gaming. They decided to say, hey, have you heard the way of the Thanks in the gaming? And then Regieleki was like, no, I'm very interested. Tell me more. And now they're going against Keedic. Can you imagine that? They're so persuasive, these guys. JK, oh, I thought that I got baited by a clone. I thought JK was going deep in there. I'm like, what are you doing? Did your controller disconnect? What happened? No, I got baited by those double teams. Look, I got baited again. He's all the way up here. We can't even follow this guy. He's so fast. Look at that. But Mon Keedic is not letting up. They're like, listen, the casters may say, you know what? The casters may not be able to know where you are, but I do. I know where you are, JK. I see you. I'm on to you. I got solar beams, but not able to get to you because an expert zoning out from the Slowbro. Slowbro, Seal, and Gasper were all able to do so much. Well done so far, gentlemen, on both teams. Everybody's doing so good. We're at 79 to 160 here. So now we have Monk at level 10. We're 2 levels behind JK, 1 level behind Seal, but Garchomp is keeping pace. Not the jungler, but you need somebody to keep pace as well. We're farming up, but we do have a little bit of information coming out in here. We have Plunger getting vision on Kudon. 22 seconds on the Regieleki. We know exactly where it is that Thanks Gaming is playing for. We're going to wall up. We're going to take down that Blissey, saying, listen, we want this objective. You're going to go down. You might be back in time, but we're going to take control of this area. Garchomp already moving into the top side here. Like, listen, if we can't have the Regieleki, that's fine. Let me go top. Let me take this other Reggie that's going to come up here. Let's get experience and a buff, and then we're going to be ready to shore up and take down this Regieleki, as Thanks Gaming will most likely push this coming down. Well, all right, here we go. TG is already throwing this down. Nice, huge solar beam onto JK and Fairy. That's going to be massive. They don't have a healer with them down here because that is a sweet kiss Comfey. Seal running in. Nice block coming in. That is the Regieleki going in, but we don't have the points. We do. JK had 50 in the pocket. They're able to get away after scoring 50, but Garchomp is not going to let them down. Not going to let them escape. They're chasing. The hunt is on, and they collapse and grab it. 280 to 111, but we're looking for a 50 cap. But Kudon, with excellent defense from Scald here, going to be able to lock down that Garchomp, stop that 50 from going in as Venusaur picks up the Comfey. Listen, he said hop on. Gasper said no, and Venusaur said, fine, you have chosen your fate. But now we're about 90 seconds away from Groudon here. Again, 111 to 280, not the worst thing in the world. Play for your levels at this point, which is exactly what Greedy is doing. Greedy is being greedy, living up to the namesake, grabbing every scrap of farm that you can. All of these wild Pokemon are going to be huge. Level 13 on Greedy, we're going for 14. We're saying, listen, we need 14 on Garchomp. That's our win con right there. Keedic may be aiming for a flip. This could be the way to go. If Thanks Gaming decides, hey, listen, we need to fight them on the Groudon rather than and tries to get into the pit, this could be massive because we have the Livid Outrage, we have the not just the Verdant Anger, but the Solar Beams coming out from Venusaur as well. We do need that level 13 though for that increased cast speed and that decreased cooldown. So we have to get that 13, and we did get that. Kudon and Fairy are going to be scouting at the bottom here, seeing this Regieleki. This is the win con, and they know that this is where Keedic is going to be. They can't let this happen. They can't let this go. But this means that we are going to be able to take the top Reggie here, whatever it may be. We're going to secure Regieleki, send it towards the T1 pad for Thanks Gaming, which they are going to let just fly in for free. This is something that they're just able to do. 231 to 280. Keedic is now back in this game. But what buff did we get here? I believe this is the Regirock. I want to say that's the Regirock. I could be wrong. It's Regirock or Regice. It's definitely not the Steel. I know which one the Steel looks like, but we do have a massive buff here for the side of Thanks Gaming. We do know who is in the lead. We are told both teams know, but they don't know by how much. It's 49 points. So a 50 cap is all it needs. 25 points going in. Venusaur has revealed its positioning around Plunger there. They need to get through this. They're not going for the flip, but Garchomp is alone. They're getting on top of the slow beam. Gonna lock them down. Blissey with the Bliss assist coming through. But Venusaur is the first to fall in this fight. But Monk comes down, takes down Fairy before getting taken down by JK. JK with a 2 KO streak coming in here. Garchomp with a nice dragon combo locking down Seal, but Seal's not going to have it. They're still flailing. We got the power nap coming out here. We do have that sweet kiss, that nasty sweet kiss that could still come through. JK going for some quick heals, grabbing a little bit of farm. They are level 15. That is massive. They've zoned Keedic out now as Ava Amazing has to pull off. Venusaur is back. We can't just now recklessly start this, but Seal's already going deep. They're already finding where that Venusaur is. They're zoning them out. They're like, listen, I can get on it. The speed boost from that, oh my gosh, the speed boost from Sweet Kiss was able to get on top of it. And just like that, 1, 2, 3 of Keedic is taken down, but Keedic's in the lead, 331 to 280. Did they notice it? Did they see it? They're going to turn onto the ground on it and go for the scores. 40 seconds left in this game. Keedic is in a position to be able to, all they got to do is defend. All they got to do is defend. They got 1, 2, 3 people coming back. Oh my gosh, Kudon, defend. But you're not going to be able to. JK's going straight for the top. You have to now go on the offense a little bit. All of TG, all of Thanks Gaming is coming through. They're like, listen, we are ready to go. But Zero Aura makes it to the top. Oh my gosh, they're all up here. Now we got to try to get those scores in. Garchomp is still down, and Ava's goes down again. But we're defending. 13 more seconds. Not going to be enough. Garchomp can't stop it. Thanks Gaming's in position to go in for a huge capitalization for these scores. Gonna take game number 2. Garchomp not able to stop this. What a game, what a set. Both times Keedic set themselves up for success, and it all came down to just 15 seconds in the match where they all go down once more and just not able to keep up with that defense. Oh my gosh. Thanks Gaming is back. They have said, listen, we are here to play. We had a little bit of a mishap last week, but we're back and we're ready to show the world why we should be number 1 in Zygarde League. Monk on a respectable 52. Kimon Keedic at 51. Lord Greedy at 64. We don't have many tanks from Plunger coming through here, but Ava coming in with 65k heals. That is strong healing numbers, but I do firmly believe that Ava needs to be on that safeguard helping hand. I think that was the key to try to outmaneuver that Sweet Kiss Comfey, because as soon as you see that Sweet Kiss, you have to make sure you're ready. You have to make sure you're ready to pivot. But our teams are giving off the sound check. They're ready to go. We're going to take a quick look at Thanks Gaming here. 85 on Seal, 87 on JK. Their Fairy was just down 34, but they were scoping out and doing exactly what they needed. Nice tanking numbers from Kudon, and once more Gasper with the lackluster healing, but not his job. Not into this set here. Fantastic job with those Sweet Kisses, but our teams are ready to go, so we're going straight to the lobby, and then we are going to start. There's no time to do this. All right, now we're just going to start there. All right, now let's change this to a number 2. Match point for Thanks Gaming now. Thanks Gaming looking to take this in a 3-0 sweep. Keedic so close twice from being able to take it out from underneath Thanks Gaming. So now we need to look at and decide, how is Keedic going to come into this? We're looking at 4 potential bans, but now we're going to lock down 3 of them. The same 3 coming in from both sides as last set. Suicune, Clefable, Ho-Oh versus Leafeon, Suicune, Latios. We know Latios is a power threat in the hands of Keedic. We don't want that, so we're getting rid of it. We know Ho-Oh is just overall a general threat. Clefable, we don't want them to have it, even though I don't think we've really seen Thanks Gaming run it too much. So, but this is going to be a safe ban anyway, so it's something they're going to lock out. They're going to pick up that Blissey once more. They're going to say, hey, listen, you can't do that again, but they're going to lock in that Comfey Snorlax duo again. Now, the thing with the Snorlax there is Kudon is a tank player. Seal is... I don't know what Seal is as a player. He plays everything wrong. So it's like... Or, sorry, not wrong. Everything in the way that it's not supposed to. And you just never understand what that guy's going to do. So you see Snorlax and you're thinking, well, that could be a Flaillax again. But then if they pick in something that's just off, that could also be something that you don't want to see. Like, you'd never know what they're going to pick, what they're going to play. And that is going to have to keep Keedic on their toes. Like, we're already hovering Mr. Mime. which is in Seal's pocket, by the way. We could see Mr. Mind pop in here at any moment. Just jump scare us. Boom, I'm here. Whoa, scary. Mr. Crime is here. I can't believe it. But we are going to see that Garchomp Mew combo locked in there. And that is a powerful combo there for Garchomp to be able to do that. So if we seen Garchomp come in here, that means we are recognizing it as a problem in the hands of Keedic. So JK is going to come in and pick that up. We have that Sweet Kiss Comfey. So we're going to come through and we're going to see, hey, Sweet Kiss Comfey, we could put that on Garchomp there. Pull everybody in. We just go into the back there. We have Seal on, okay, I was going to say, we have Seal on Greninja. Never seen that man Greninja. Are we just going to see a random tanking Greninja out of Seal's hands? That is going to be weird. XP share on Garchomp? Okay, you better switch those items there. I was going to say, you better swap those items there, Seal. I'll tell you right now, oh my gosh. But Greedy going to come in with a Talonflame. Monk going to come in with a Gardevoir. This is very powerful. This means they're going to be able to punish any sort of groupings that Thanksgiving's going to be able to do. Keedic coming in with a Glaceon. That is also going to be a super shredder coming with those Icicle Spears, and we're going to round out our core with the Blissey and the Slowbro. This is actually an overall balanced comp. So it's going to be playing around walling for Glaceon or Gardevoir, while Talonflame goes in and looks for the picks. And we got targets for galore. We have JK on that Greninja. We have Fairy on that Mew. I was going to say we have Mew on that Fairy. Oh, we're getting tongue-tied, but we have Fairy on that Mew. So these are very strong picks for Talonflame to go in and try to get that assassination and that grab with that Fly or Brave Bird when you're diving in. Kudon on that Snorlax is going to be more of a standard peeler. So we got that block, heavy slam, engage. So that's something you have to watch out for. Safeguard on Blissey is going to be so crucial this game. So I hope we're going to see Ava pick that up, because that is exactly what Thanksgiving is looking to do. They're looking to Sweet Kiss, looking to engage, lots of stuns in CC. You don't see it just looking at the screen, but it's there and it's deadly and you have to be careful. Greedy going to be going into lane with the Talonflame. Meanwhile, Gardevoir is going into that central path to become level 5 for the first gank. We have Seal and Gasper once more into the top lane here. Extra little bit of heals on this Gibble is going to be really crucial here. But we already have Greedy going for their stacks here. Get an extra Greedy here. They're going to take it. 1 and 2 stacks coming in here. Nice little cheekiness. Now they're going to fall out there. Pull out as they now come through. No ganks yet, but we do have Seal being incredibly aggressive right now. Zoning out Keedic as we now move in. JK, first one into lane. We do see that now. The jungler has been revealed. So Seal knows, we do know where Seal is. Seal, or JK. JK is going to come through here, or Seal's going to come through. I'm getting them mixed up. Oh my gosh, it's been a long day, guys. Forgive me. School has been not kind to me today. So that's okay. But now we have our Dragon Rush. We can get into the other side of these. Pull them away from the Gardevoir, being able to get the third orbital bombardment coming down here. That's 1. That's 2. Oh my gosh. There goes Greedy. There goes Monk, and there goes Seal. Everything went wrong for a couple of players, but Thanksgiving capitalizing on this. Huge scores coming in now, as now Gasper goes in for some cheekiness. Not enough to just get there, but they're in trouble. That Talonflame is there, but Seal comes and saves them. Let's take a look at the bottom lane. Let's go take a look at Plunger and Kudon having a tank off. Both are level 5. This is very strong. Slowbro had a bit of a slight advantage coming in here, but Tackle is a very strong engage move. Fairy is also with the Solar Beam now, being able to pivot into that Electro Ball, but we have level 6 on the Glaceon. Oh my gosh. Glaceon is now here online. Huge engage from Kudon there, but Keedic does have that passive. Going to be able to ignore it. TG going to be picking up that Regidrago, but will it be enough? Kudon's in danger. We have to escape with the heavy slam. They get baited by the Greninja clones, and so the entirety of TG is able to pull out. Keedic didn't find a KO there, but they did successfully hold them off. Gardevoir now online, just reaching level 7. The orbital bombardments are about to rain down. JK has to be very careful coming in here. We have the slow smoke coming down. Oh, but we take down Kudon. That's going to be massive. The clones are there. The clones are gone. 2 KO streak for Keedic as they take down Fairy and look to grab that. What an expert play on those Clones, though, I didn't even realize you could use the clones to block those icicle spears, even if it locks onto you. Now we all know about this tech, so we're on to your tricks and gimmicks there, TG. Kudon doing excellent body blocking, though. Already the assault vest gone, though. But massive shoulder beam out from Mew. Misses everything by a mile. JK goes down. Oh, no, it wasn't JK. That was Keedic going down with a clone. Now TG is reigning in these points. What are they fighting over, by the way? Regieleki, definitely worth all of the KO streaks that JK got. Putting all of their resources and effort into this bottom lane to grab the Regieleki. Their plan is obvious. Whichever lane Regieleki goes into, we're just going to break as quickly as possible. No other Unite move. Oh, we do have a Unite move on the Talonflame for the Flaming Sweep coming through here. Lord Greedy is going to be able to grab that, not secure it, though. They have to fly to escape. That is going to be a long, long cooldown. 10 seconds before it can use it again. And this is dangerous because now TG is crashing these pads. We don't have fly, but now it's back. Can we grab JK? We do a massive damage on it. Bliss Assist going to come out there, but it's not going to be enough to save their target. Gardevoir's taken down now as the Livid Outrage comes through. It starts knocking down opponents there. 18 going in down to 80, and we do have massive. Kudon goes down as Lord Greedy comes out, but they're not going to be able to get away. Crabbed on cooldown, they were taken down. Sweet Kiss on Comfey is going to be nasty on Garchomp, going to be nasty on that Snorlax even still too, but it's JK, the sleeper Sweet Kisser, where it's going to be super effective against Keedic, pulling them in for those boosted autos, for all those nasty, also ranged autos, which are going to do massive, massive damage. 5 minutes into this game, 197 to 84, and we have barely had any room to breathe. It has been engagement after engagement. Keedic is behind, so they're going to need to siege one of these pads. They doing exactly that. Top side there, we have 2 players up top, which is going to allow 4-man siege into the bottom here, as Greedy is looking to escape the JK, but JK is on their tail. The chase is on, and they finally take them down. Nice dragon combo coming out from Seal there, but it's not going to be enough. Huge Unite moves to take them down. The Fairy Singularity as well as the Slow Beam to take down one Pokemon. You know you're doing your job when you dedicate so many resources. But it wasn't enough. Ava goes down. So does Slowbro and Keedic. They were not able to do it, as they now another Regieleki is looking like it will be going towards their tier 2 pad. The upside is Regidrago will be spawning in 5 seconds. This is an objective that Thanksgiving is moving into, but they're not at full strength. So Keedic could go into this for it, but they're not even contesting it. They don't care about it. And to be fair, that is a valid concern, because when you look at all of this farm on the map, when you look at all of this wild Pokemon, that is massive. Get your levels. 13 on Greninja, 12 on that Garchomp here, but massive. Fairy Singularity takes down Seal with Unite move in the pocket. That is going to be rough indeed, but Regieleki goes in. JK is going to be able to come through. The Flame Sweep comes down. We do have 90 points that could go in. JK's spending so much time trying to get this through, but the Comfey wasn't able to score either, because well, that doesn't matter at all. They break it. Comfey getting back on JK. We're going to have another Sweetkiss come out here soon enough. There's the Slow Beam, but they go down, and Gasper is the next victim to fall for JK's hubris. Massive experience swing back in the favor of Keedic. 1 minute until Groudon out. 15 on JK, but only 11 on the Mew and 12 on the Garchomp. Meanwhile, Keedic, 13 on Talonflame, 13 on Glaceon, and 13 on the Guard of War. They do secure Reg Ice, though, the final objective before Groudon, and potentially the final objective of this set. Because remember, Thanksgiving has 2 points right now. Keedic has none. Keedic has to take down the number 2 team in a full-on 3-game scenario if they have any shot of winning this set now, because Thanksgiving is in a match point position. Groudon spawning in 15 seconds. Thanks Gaming is now taking a controlling pad. Lord Greedy is now looking to grab some sort of vision. We know where JK is. We know where Kudon is. We've seen them in the center. We know whereabouts in the pit they have been. They're not top side, they're bot side. Thanks Gaming is not going to be pivoting. We're roaming around. We're hitting Groudon. We're going to pseudo rip this. But we do have the tools to just full on rip it. We're not going to do it, though. We're pulling Groudon down to half. We're seeing the engage here. And there it goes. Garchomp with a nice dragon combo coming down. Picks up Ava. Now Ron Keedic is going down to JK. Lord Greedy sees it. They see an opportunity. JK does an excellent grab on that, but they still get hit by the fly. That fly is still on lower cooldown now as Greedy manages to get away. But JK's HP is still high. That sloping going on JK. They know exactly where they need to go, but it ended a little too soon for Greedy to get on it. And the greed gets paid back in mass. We do see the rip there going out, but the Fairy Singularity going to come in. No, but nobody in the center there. We are going to go for a nice pseudo rip here from the side of Keedic. Are they able to get it? No! JK with the last love tap on the Groudon. Going to go in as Seal now rips and shreds Plunger down. 1 minute left to go as Hundo Burgers reigning in for the side of Keedic in the top path here, or the side of Thanks Gaming in the top path here. We're at 424 to 155. Another 100 from the Snorlax there. Another 100 from the Garchomp here. Another 74 and 4 points from the Greninja Comfey combo. That is going to round it out to 794 to 155. With 35 seconds left, Keedic's hopes of winning this set, even one game into this set, are low and non-existent. And as that clock timer runs down even more, the hopes keep dwindling. Thanks Gaming is looking to solidify their win with more points dunking in. 884 to 155, 15 seconds left. This game is over. Thanks Gaming going to take this set in a sweeping 3-0 victory. They had a rough week last week, but they're coming back. They came back in style. Keedic put up a valiant effort, almost getting 2 of those games off of Thanks Gaming. Oh my gosh. Guys, Thanks Gaming, Keedic, what a set. Thank you so much for entertaining us in the Gladiator pits, because we, the fans, the casters, the viewers, are entertained. Let's take a look at a couple of the quick stats before we go over what other shenanigans we get to see coming up in the week for the Zygarde League. We have Monk coming in for a respectable 67k damage here. Keedic coming in at 56. Greedy at 69. Slowbro and Ava tanking 79 and 68 respectively. And we did see that Safeguard come out on Ava. So that was a fantastic pivot to see that, because that's exactly what Thanks Gaming was going for. They were like, if you're going to go eggs, and we know you're going to go eggs, we're just going to punish that. Seal coming in 70k damage there. Fairy, very low damage, very low tanking though. So we didn't hit much, but we didn't get hit much. And we acted as a peel with our Unite moves, the Mystical Mirage. We allowed ourselves to go for pivotal KOs, pivotal assists, being able to whittle down targets and objectives with both Solar Beam and Electro Ball. We still had the option to peel with Surf. So overall, it was a very strong showing. We had Gasper in here with that. Oh, that was Floral Healing. That wasn't even Sweet Kiss this game. Right? That's Floral Healing. That's not Sweet Kiss. I have no idea, but we have 44k heals on Gasper there. That has to be That has to be Floral Healing. I could have sworn we saw Sweet Kiss though. I could have sworn we saw it. I don't even know. Man, I'm getting gaslight just by looking at these stats. But, and we have Kudon. Not a lot of damage, not a lot of tanking though. But did Thanks Gaming really need it? JK took way more damage than that. But Kudon was still able to engage with excellent, what do you call them? Heavy slams, being able to kidnap with those blocks there. They may not have been in the thick of the fight all the time, but they were still pivotal and crucial at specific moments, which is all the more important. Take a look at this, and look, we have some plateaus here, but the scoring levels are just there. Keedic was ahead the entire, Thanks Gaming was ahead the entire time, but Keedic just needed to be a little bit more offensive on the scoring to try to turn it around. They went and played TG's game, which was, let's go for the fight. Let's go for the team fight. But oh my gosh, what a set, what a fight, what a round to go out with. What a round to start this week off with. Yo, you just fought my team. Oh, you fought the adorable wolves. Let's go. But free power TTV, thank you for the follow. I didn't miss it. We were just in the middle of the cast and I didn't get to see it a whole lot. Whoever one of my mods was running these predictions, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is something we need to do more of on this channel. So I have a feeling that is Fairy. So thank you very much, Fairy. That means a lot. But we all know what you want. We all know you want to see the matchups coming up for the rest of the week. So let's take a look. Coming into this week ignore the week number. It is week 8, but coming into week number 8 here, we have Mew World Order versus Secret Tech. We don't know when that game is, but it is coming down the ladder soon enough once it's scheduled. Thanks Gaming versus Keedic, which we've already seen. Ashen Ones versus Shiggy Wiggy, which we do have a date and a time for on that one. Let's take a look at when that is. That will be Thursday, 9 p.m. EST, live on Twitch here on Jonathan Hyde's channel. So right here, we're going to be casting Ashen Ones and Shiggy Wiggy. Been a while since we had Shiggy Wiggy on here, so it's going to be great to have them back. Ashen Ones has yet to be featured on this channel, and we are so excited to be able to feature them for the first time on our channel here. Thursday, 9 p.m. EST. Don't miss it. Going to be a great set. Rounding out the last of our teams, we have Tempo versus EX Trainers. Tempo is going to be a very strong team to come into, but EX Trainers is on the rise. No sweat. Very powerful team. Arson on the decline a little bit in our standings here, which we haven't updated them in the last from last week yet. So we still got from the last 2 weeks, so we got to give us time to update them still. But so week 7 has not been updated in the standings yet, but once they are, we will make sure that you guys are informed of them. So we're going to go through week 7. We're going to make sure that they are updated for Thursday. But No Sweat versus Arson. No Sweat coming back. They are a very powerful team. You cannot underestimate them. But as they're coming in, again, Arson on the decline, this could be No Sweat. If they if they smell the weakness in Arson and they're able to capitalize on it, this could be the way to go. Midnight Griefers sitting at the top of our bottom 4. They're itching to get out of it. Remember, when playoff season comes, it's the bottom 4 are eliminated and we only go with the top 8. We have 12 teams in the league, but the Midnight Griefers here are looking to get out of that spot, and they're looking to help get that by solidifying their games against Loon X. Going to be a fire set indeed, so I hope you all are excited. But that is going to be everything tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. I have been your host, Jonathan Hyde, and I will catch you guys next time with the Zygarde League. Later.